Hi everyone, it's Tuesday night, the 21st of July, and day 203 of Living the Dream. Once again, my personal power statement for this morning that I wrote down last night said this: I will continue to study and watch tutorial videos on how to set up a Facebook ad, and that's so I can launch my focus group ad and get those 10 participants. I also have to do some more review on how to set up my Facebook account with its different pages and the right pictures, and so I don't break the rules, and that way I can do my Facebook ad and tie it to the Facebook account in the right way, which I failed to do last week. Anyhow, that's what I've been doing most of the day today. And here's my to-do list for Tuesday right here. 3 highlighted things. And I got them all done, checked my account, did my emails, and then focused on that task. My first, number one, most important task for today, of course, was, like I said, was to study how to do a Facebook ad and make sure the Facebook account is tied up to the ad properly. And my fun task for today was to study how to do a Facebook ad and make sure my Facebook account ties up to my Facebook page properly. And my most exciting task today was doing the exact same thing. All 3 were the same thing because it's that important. Those 3 tasks are exactly the same because it's the most important task that I can focus on right now. And it's both fun and exciting to me, and so that's why I say it that way. And so I started my day this morning doing just that, and I kept my promise to myself. Next, Corey asks, get honest with yourself. What didn't go well today, Marty, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Win the day routine. Always does that. Sets my day with power. Were you productive throughout your day? I did. I watched a ton of stuff, and I'm working and getting better on setting up my Facebook pages. Anyhow, you can go on to Facebook, go to Martin Braden, and see what I'm talking about. Were you able to get the most important things done? Check. Did you move your goals forward? Check. Pieces through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical, right up on Facebook. Did you show up as the person you wanted to today? I did. I set back the last week's challenges and mistakes and failure or whatever, and I just picked myself up, dusted myself off, and got after it, and power flicker, and it's done. I'm focused on learning and doing what I need to do right. Did you show up as the person you want to? Yes, I did. What about your personal time with Kathleen? We had a wonderful evening tonight, and I was present for her. I showed up as the person I wanted to show up as. In summary of these get honest with yourself questions, again, I asked, were you honest with yourself today? Marty, with those tasks that you promised that you said you'd do, I did keep my promises. I promised myself that the bottom line of it, I would study how to do a Facebook ad and make sure my Facebook account is set up right, period. And so far, I have had a lot of things to review and to learn. I've had several questions that I put into Q questions on Facebook. It comes up with the things you can watch and read and do, and goes to pages where it listed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. So that's been very helpful. So, am I starting to know what I'm doing? Absolutely. I'm definitely starting to learn and know what I'm doing. And I'm feeling really good about that. And as I think over the next few days, I'm going to be learn a lot about Facebook ads and my account and how to use them in Ad Manager and how to set up an ad properly and audiences. I'm learning, and I'm looking forward to when I can get that done. I'm going to set up a proper Facebook ad using videos and links and content and that kind of thing so I can do it right. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies that your 2 amigos put up on the screen of your mind during the mindfulness time or even throughout the day? In other words, did you make any new movies today, and if so, what were they about? Well, besides my favorite 5 movies, my must-see TV movies, I have been watching a few YouTube videos, and so my 2 amigos have helped me select what those are and find, give me a few words and right way to ask the questions, but they haven't created the pre-played movies right now. I'm focused so much on these YouTube videos that's what I'm watching, and I'm learning how to do the Facebook ads. Next, Roy asked, was there anything that didn't go well today, Marty? In other words, was there one thing that you going forward can do and it'll make the most difference for you going forward? What would that one thing be? If so, turn it into a power statement. Well, so far I haven't gotten a lot in the day. I've just been so overwhelmed in the deluge of all the YouTube ads that I've been trying to watch and trying to make sure that I don't pick up ads that are just there to sell me on something. So I haven't wasted my time, that kind of thing. I'm learning a lot and I'm enjoying the whole experience. So here's my power statement related to that. I will continue my study on how to set up Facebook ad until I think I'm ready to set up the ad and put in the content. I've got all ready to go in my Facebook admin, and then I'm going to launch it. So I'm looking forward to that, but I've got a ways to go, I think. Next, I came up with this question: were there any mistakes or failures that I had today or that I made today that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, as far as today goes, I didn't have any failure, nor did I make a mistake like I did last week in getting the ad ready to go. So there wasn't any failure I could turn into a tool of success that I can think of, but I'm always looking for the opportunity to do that, and I'll watch myself, and when I do, we'll have another tool of success. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today was learning several things about my Facebook account and how it works, meaning what I can and can't do within my account and how to set up different pages on it and what's the rules about that and what's the right way of doing that. The next step of my end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort, and so I gave today a 5, another 5. I gave it a 5 because, again, I worked at the speed of 5. I slowed it down, going through the whys and the hows and the questions about Facebook, and on YouTube doing searches there as I tried to find some tutorials that would really help me with all of this. So bam, yes, I'm doing it. It's happening. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says to succeed means that you have to step out of line and march to the sound of your own drummer sometimes. And that's what you can do. So you can have it really a focus on you, and marching to a different drum can happen. And that's the way it almost should be. Compared to what we ought to be, we are only half awake. Our fires are dampened. Our drafts are checked. We are making use of only a small part of our mental and physical resources, and that's just a fact. These are somber words spoken by William James, the famous psychologist and philosopher, and he wrote them more than 50 years ago, and they are still a haunting rebuke today to all of us who do little more than exist in a sea of mediocrity. We don't want to be mediocre. Even in our advanced society today, we still live in an age that has come to accept average as a standard of performance, and then we watch in amazement tinged with chagrin when someone we know moves out from our crowd to receive all the rewards that are his or hers due to their excellence. Safety and security have become ideals in this world of future shock, almost completely submerging our desire for growth. And yet we must grow. We must be willing to take risks. We must be willing to take advantage of the 90% of our potential that we never use. One can choose to go backward, or one can choose to go forward towards growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again, period. Forward or backward, which will be your choice? What will you choose to do? Next, I'm grateful for the law of abundance. This law begs of us to ask this question: is it wrong to be rich? The notion has been with us for thousands of years. Poverty either produces or proves purity. The notion may be correct, but there is nothing inherent in it that implies that poverty is the only road to salvation, however we personally define the term. I suspect that the belief that wealth is wrong is more social than scriptural. It is rationalization imposed upon as by many of those who choose not to earn much wealth. It is a philosophy with which we have had all our lives at some level during our lifetime. The question is it inherently wrong to be rich? Of course not. It is no more inherently wrong to acquire material wealth than it is wrong not to acquire wealth if we truly don't desire it. It's what we do with money that matters. It's how we get it that counts. In other words, is it $30,000 a year okay? Is $50,000 a year okay? Is $5,000 a month okay? Is $10,000 a month okay? Oh, but when it hits $50,000 a month, immoral, not right. Of course not. To the extent that money is a measure of the services we perform for others, its accumulation is noble. To the extent that we press our money into service of those we love, to provide them with as warm, as comfortable, and as secure an existence as possible, its disbursement is inspired and divine. It's how we use money. Money is not the root of all evil. It's the heart and mind behind how you use money that can be evil. I believe that. I know that to be true. Next, I'm grateful for Zig Ziglar, who said, don't be distracted by criticism. Remember, the only taste of success some people get is to take a bite out of you. I love that quote. Being willing to take criticism with grace and a positive attitude is truly a part of living the dream. That's a good quote to end the day on. Again, I'll be right back here tomorrow night as I set up my laptop, continuing my journey to business alignment. How about you? Until then, I wish you all continued success. Good night.